What's up, loungers? How are we all doing? Me. Got myself a whole load of new Gunpla the other day. Nothing fancy. This is a first grade Gunpla. So this isn't actually like brand new original, but they're made identical to the Gunpla that they made back in the 80s or 70s, I think 80s. So they're kind of crappy, but loads of fun. He, on the other hand, is a really fancy, like, premium Gunpla, who is amazing. And I love. He's going to be the building buddy for today. Gotta have a building buddy. So, yeah, these are the instructions for this. Kind of like akin to Surprise on steroids. But nowhere near as complex as the modern day high grade. And you have to paint them yourself. So I guess that's the first process. I have so many videos made and recorded. Well, not made, recorded, but I haven't. Let's do this first. I have so many videos filmed and recorded, but I haven't got around to editing them yet, which means, as usual, they're going to come out like way out of date and not relevant to the stuff they're talking about, but that's my channel, isn't it? That's just what we do. Also, I've decided to give up on the second channel. I'm still going to keep it around just in case, but I'm not going to bother uploading anything else over there, and I'm just going to keep uploading scrap content like this to the main channel because, yeah, more fun. What am I looking for? The colour chart. Okay. So that around. Got all these like hot glue spider webs lying around from using too much hot glue. So some things want to be white and some things want to be green, but I'm going to make them like a grey or silver. I'm going to make them silver instead. So we're going to have white, silver, and I've got black. Yeah, I'll make all the green bits black instead and lighten them up a bit. We're going to see if we can make this real fancy, guys. I've been doing a lot of painting lately. Cool. And for this first bit, we'll be using the incredibly high-tech tool known as a Sharpie. Yep. That is the level of technology we're working with right now. Ooh, I could be like sensible and take bits off, but I'm not going to bother. Guess. Yeah, I'm just going to do those black. Okay. Now for the fun one. Oh shit. I've spilled water all over my face. Whoopsie. But at least I've got a nice, clean, empty pot to use now. Anyway, got myself the Blackest Black 2.0 the other day by Stewart Semples. This is theoretically the second blackest paint you can buy in existence. and it is. And there's a lot of light on this right now. Oh, exciting. Right. Now, there are like ways you're meant to prepare your surface and use it properly, but I'm just like, when do I do stuff properly? Come on, you guys know me better than that. Just find a crappy old brush, get some on it, and I'm gonna go for a sort of dry brush technique, so I just don't want too much paint on my brush. And wow, it does get on there. Jeez, like I only put a little bit on my brush and it's just coated it. There we go. Okay, so righty, in this area I want the hands. I just want this whole area. Cool. Wow. Whoa. So I've barely got any paint on here either. Just the coverage of this is insane compared to regular acrylics. That's kind of bonkers. Yeah, just how is this still going? What the heck? What in the hecking heck? Like, I know it's a very smooth surface, but you'd also expect it to be like lifted. It just goes on. What? He does say on the website that it sort of works on anything, and yeah, that is wowza. Okay, that's pretty cool. Next area, these guys. How is it still going? Slightly wearing thin now. Haven't reapplied any to the brush. What on earth? Madness, lads and ladies and non-binary daisies. I need to never say that again. I'm so sorry. Madness, me loungers. It's the problem with having a bit of, not misophonia, echolalia. You hear something that annoys you, but cracks you up, and then you just can't help but say it. If it, like the second it comes in your head, and you just have to say it because else the frustration will be too much to handle. This looks lovely. I'll lift some of that out, I think, and put some on these. I think I might need to finally reapply some paint. I'm just gonna lift up some from the edges, or put some earlier. Wow, it dries quick. It does dry quick, but yeah, that's got enough on my brush, I think. Yep, that's got more than enough on my brush. What the hell? This stuff's stupid. Oh, this was going to be a Gunpla review, but it's turning into more of a Blackest Black 2.0 review. Is that ridiculous? Cool, that's that sheet done. The sheet. Right, we've got the gunny. Got his amazing sci-fi gunny. Just slap it on. Nice long bristle brush. Get some all the cracks and pores eventually. If we get a bit more on there. Get a nice bit of thickness in there. Oh, just covered. There we go. I'd love to see this slightly thinned and put in an airbrush. I do have an airbrush. I've just used it once to awful effect, and I used nail varnish in it, so I'm pretty sure I fucked it because I've never cleaned it either, so that's been left like that for a number of years now. So yes, probably completely fucked. I believe he does sell a spray can version, so you could look at getting that. want to go white on the helmet, but just having a bit of fun now, aren't we? Really? Yes, this stuff's amazing. Get it into all the cracks. It just goes in there in this incredible matte finish. And it's still wet and it already looks matte somehow. It's already satiny, very satiny finish. I have read that on the website that it is a delicate paint, so I can expect it to potentially chip and flake. So I'm just trying to think in my brain if there's anything I could do about that. Because they also said that coating it with a gloss or a varnish, obviously with a gloss won't work, but even with a matte varnish it will lose some of its incredible pigmentation. Like, everything will add some degree of shine to it, and this still won't be quite as perfect as it would be if it were on paper, or if I had even bothered reading the instructions that they gave me on how to apply it stuff correctly. That's not what I want to do. Oopsie, I need to clean that up. Do that later. Shoes. Big ass dorky shoes that are like twice the size of his head. Glorious. The wonderful thing about using a very dry, scratchy brush like this and not loading it with too much paint, so if you're very quick with your movements like this, you sort of end up with it not having too many visible brush strokes. Ends up with about as close as you can get to a sort of airbrush finish without using an actual airbrush. And plus this paint likes the technique too. I'll also say that it doesn't work nearly so well. It doesn't work so well with all paints. But get the right paint and oh my gosh. And this is a paint that seems made for this technique. The camera's struggling to focus on it properly. That's interesting. Very, very cool. Very impressed. That's a bit too much paint I put on there, so that might leave some streaks if I'm not careful. I'll just try and lift it and apply it to other areas. Now, the other thing I have seen from people saying on Reddit and such is, I think it was on Reddit, it might have been on the website for this stuff as well, is that if you put on a second coat too quickly without letting it dry, you can end up with white spots. White spots in your cracks where it dries too slow, so you really do want to make sure you're applying thin layers at a time. But I think we'll get it right. We'll see, won't we? Let's give these boys another load. love with that. Oh, that looks great. This is looking fire. Just goes on. Madness. Right, cool. That's that bit done. And that and those things. Okay, cool. Cool. Oh my god. This paint just goes and goes and goes and never wears out ever. Ooh, don't go on the colour. Jesus. Never runs out. Just thought probably want to dry brush a little bit of what's remaining on this brush onto this piece. Looking good. Right, and I want to get some in there. Also does some great edge weathering. Sort of the reverse of panel lining. Bringing attention to the edges with a brush like this through weathering and dry brushing. Cool. Now what do about that, eh? Well, first, alright, next little budget hack, some Posca pen. And just use the same brush, because then that will give us some grey. This is gonna blow your mind. Whoa. Yeah, basically Posca can be used for a bit of gentle dry brushing as well. It's another one that works quite nicely. Is very weak and flaky, so I don't actually recommend it too heavily. But if you're not really going to be like posing something too heavily or plan on spraying it up after with something, then it could be fine. Just for a bit of light detailing or just trying out something different. Might have a line about or might want to try. Very nice. Very, very nice. Except that bit it's really bugging me. That bit is gonna annoy me if I don't fix it. There we go. Hopefully this will let me fade it out, Okay. That'll do for now. And now the same for the helmet, but a bit more intense. by doing it this way, we're just going to slowly bring attention to the highlights and the bits that we want not to be in shadow, etc. And just the details, and just get a nice, interesting looking finish is the hope, is the goal. Sometimes it works really well, sometimes it works less well. We are yet to see which one of those times it will be today. My brave loungers. It's still looking, yeah, still looking good. Cool. Oh, these little guys go on his helmet, I think. I'll just get them looking nice. It'll all be grey. Everything's grey now. That's what I planned all along. Aha! Accidental detailing. That's how it works. That's how you end up highlighting the things you want to highlight and have it looking kind of good, hopefully. Super light. There we go. Super gentle. Super gentle. Ha 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 ha. Now you see. Now we have a piece that has more definition to it. Now you start to see the true magic. Oh. I mean, I know that anyone that's done any Warhammer or any modelling already knows all of this. But still, it's fun to see the amount of things that you can do it with, right? Maybe. Is there anyone in this world like me? Please. And seriously, I'm always getting comments from you guys saying that you love this kind of content of mine. So I better get more than 100 views this time. If I don't, I'm just crying myself to bed tonight. Yeah, how about that? Yeah. Let's have a toxic parasocial relationship, guys. Doesn't that sound fun? This is going to be a whole load of granddad content that is going to appeal to maybe 2 to 5% of my fan base. So for that 2 to 5% of you that enjoy this content and will watch it the whole way through, better appreciate it, because I do not do this channel for the views or the clicks at the end of the day. Apparently I'm far more interested in the occasional self-sabotage. Hey, it's the same time of year basically as last year when I sort of self-sabotaged my channel for a bit, because, you know, sudden influx of growth and views terrifies me. Fascinating how cyclical, that's not a word, Pete. Fascinating how cyclical our tendencies can be at times, right? Very fascinating to me. Very, very fascinating. that's needed, I think, will emerge themselves to us, or show themselves to us and emerge as we go onwards with the build. Now that we have our bits painted, and so much of this paintwork is going to flake off during the cutting and building process. I already know that, so I don't know why I've done this. Because I'm an idiot, basically. Maybe that's why. Because I'm a bit of a moron at times. Could certainly be part of the reason, I think, personally. Just saying. You know, you guys support an actual moron. Losers. Okay. Stop. Brain. Next step. Let's do some cutting. Yeah. This is where the real arms. This is where the real magic begins. Okay. So this is the fun part. Got to cut out piece 35, piece 37, piece 31, piece 21, and piece 20. Easy, mate. Easy, mate. What was that? 35 something? 20 and 21. Okay, we got them here. So as you can see here, I'm not using proper nippers. These are nail scissors, nail cutters, but they were 99p at the 99p store, so I thought I'd give them a go, see if they worked as nippers, and lo and behold, they totally do. Totally, mate, just as good as the real thing. I should maybe stop deluding myself and get a proper pair, but they're surprisingly expensive. Pardon me, but that is the Pepsi. Real nippers are surprisingly expensive, for like 8 or 9 quid or something. May as well start a pile for the other part, because it seems to be mirrored this step. This is often the case. Oh, and I need foot piece 35 and 37. So that's 35. But that's got to be some top-notch ASMR, right? I'm ruining with my babbling. Oh, just beautiful. That's that foot. And that's that foot. And that's that foot. Oh, Jesus Christ. Right, that in a sec. And then I need, oh yeah, those guys for that foot as well. Cut that terribly. This is made awkwardly as hell. Sometimes it's best to cut a little distance away. In fact, it's always best to cut a distance away and then like sand down, but I'm being lazy as heck here. But with one like that, it's best to just cut it a good distance away and then get yourself in there nice and neat. Okay. Next step, clean up mess. Trying not to carve into the plastic itself, just cleaning it up, theoretically. I'm much better at this when it's not after at night and I should be sleeping. Better at this. I mean, it's not really a skill level. I say that now, there is a skill level attached to this because, I mean, let me show you some of the Gunpla on r/Gunpla. Yeah. Those boys know what they're doing. I guarantee Editing Pete is not going to remember to include anything there because Editing Pete's not really going to bother editing this. So, sorry guys, just go check out r/Gunpla to see what skilled people can do and sort by like best of this month or whatever, you know. Because I am a pleb compared to anyone else on there. Genuinely. Like every now and then somebody will be like, my first ever Gunpla build. And it's like a master grade or a real grade, and they've done all the decals and the panel lined it perfectly, and I'm just like, huh? How? What? I suppose maybe they're into modelling already or something. I haven't done any modelling for years. I used to be into Warhammer. I haven't done any for years. See what I mean by the paint being a wee bit delicate? This, I mean, I am using a knife there, but could use the file that I have literally between my legs. That would be a darn sight easier. Sometimes I just like to make my job hard on purpose, I think. That's the reality of it, guys. Sometimes I'm just peat-brained. Absolutely. So I've made it my new goal in life. Not my new, like, big all-time goal, but one of my many goals is to stop using the R word. Because I've often used it to describe myself, but I know that it offends a lot of people, and that's because people used to call me Petarded. That's when I use Pete. I get called Petarded all the time, and so it's just a way I've come to describe myself. You know, it stopped hurting me as much when I used it myself against myself. But I do understand that it's not necessarily a word I should slip up and say in videos because it can offend others, and I don't really want to go around using it as part of my everyday vernacular and lexicon anyway. I only started using it as a word because when I was growing up, the like common insult at the time was spastic. My parents were like, you know, make a huge deal, like, don't use that word. Do not use that word. Don't say spastic. How dare you call them that? How dare you call them a spaz? And retard. Oh no, what have I done? Pete brain. That's what I'm talking about though, yeah. Anyway. And so they wouldn't get angry at me and my brother for using the word retarded. Well, I mean, they'd tell us off, but not nearly to the same degree. So, oh my god. So that was the appropriate term of my day and age. I know that sounds shocking to some of you younger fans watching this, but that is just the facts of the matter. That was the term we were allowed to use. Which is just wrong as fuck, basically, but yeah. The times, they are changing and they are improving, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise, because they are. That's just the facts of the matter. So I'm going to try not to use that word anymore. Peat-brained will be the term I'm going to try to use. Yeah, peat-brained I'll try to use to replace it. I like that term. Sorry if the audio goes in and out. I'm not using a mic, I'm just using my phone, and I'm trying to find something that acetone won't melt through. We'll take a gamble with this. Yes, everywhere. Right, so acetone. Time to use that to fix this. can use acetone to fuse Lego, so I'm hoping I can use it to fuse this the same way, basically. Yeah, that's a worker. That's a worker. Oh yeah. Thought acetone would work. Awesome. Oh god, it's like, oh god, yeah, acetone's powerful shit. Wowzer. But, so yeah, the idea of why I've got acetone is I was thinking I could use that instead of glue for joining this together, because these are snap fit technically, but not really at all. Oh, so it's not a perfect bond. Not yet, but what if we just, you know, cue it in there a bit. Smooth it up, smooth it up. So this will be able to, I'll be able to use this to clean this up as well. But so yeah, the other idea is if I just, my theory crafting here, if I put some on the edges of a piece and then quickly join it up, they should hopefully fuse, and I can also just, yeah, sorry, paint at the bottom, but I need to fuse you. I want to fuse you. I think this should work. And yeah, I shouldn't bother painting this first really. Well, I could be left with now just like nice panel lining potentially if I don't go too far, but now I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna need to repaint that then. Yes, that's totally worked. Awesome. Okay. And then so that's like that, and then you at the top. Oop. Okay, that acetone fusing hasn't worked perfectly, and I will try to redo that in a bit. For now, this acetone seems to have mostly disappeared, which implies it must be eating through the Pringle lid slightly. Let's get some acetone in there, baby. Let's do that the other way around. The other name for acetone, in case you don't know, is nail cleaner. So if you guys want to try something like this, just ask your girlfriend or your mum or whatever. She's got some nail cleaner about. Because this is literally what they do at places like Legoland and stuff, to join Lego pieces together permanently. It makes if you do it right, I'm not doing it right there at all, god, these pieces don't want to join. But if you do it right, it makes a permanent chemical bond between the two. It's quite exciting. Okay, it must be eating through the Pringle pot slightly, because it's just disappearing at such a rate. And I know it's a solvent, that's too much of a rate to be disappearing at, mate. Come on now. Don't be silly. Get yourself in there. Go on. Go on, my son. Go on. Alright, that one's not really worked at all. Why are you not working for me? Is that meant to be a specific way around, maybe? Possibly. Okay, we'll try that one again. I really need something that's going to hold the acetone better. Let's see if this works. Never know what will, never know what won't, never know what imminent disaster. Just gotta try things out, you know. Ooh, I think this one's gonna cause imminent disaster though, don't you know? Uh-oh. I feel like putting acetone in something that's not meant to hold acetone could end with something a bit Breaking Bad occurring. More squeeze. And this is probably what does my carpal tunnel no good. Oh yeah, it's getting sticky on the bottom of that. Jesus Christ, that was probably a big mistake. Ah well. Deal with the consequences when they come, won't we? I'm just going to put that on the voice for a minute. And then those should theoretically be attached now, but they're not because I'm bungling full. Well, let's try healing them up again. Ooh, some of that sticky black residue being formed there at the bottom. Nice little like slurry of acetone and plastic. That's gotta work. That's got to work. Or not. I need to get the hot glue on that. Right. Next one. Let's quit dilly-dallying, Pete. Taking forever with this. Jeez. Where's the entertainment value when you take so long? Gosh. Worst Gundam builder ever, aren't you? Everyone's going to know I'm rubbish at building Gunpla. They're all going to know the truth. Now my loungers will judge me. If any of them have made it to this point in the video, make sure you say in your comment that you're judging me hard right now. Because if you do that, then as your granddaddy, I will judge you in return. And you'll be able to say, judge me, granddaddy. And I'll be able to say yes. Yes. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, do all those things. Because, you know, that stuff feeds me, feeds my soul. Yeah, cool. And off to a great start. Next is the boo. Piece 43. Okay, these guys, right. So 43 and 42 for the not broken leg. Gosh, not sure I want that on my skin. And spiky's pointing upwards and forwards. Go, go, go. That was something bad is happening in the base there. This plastic is not going to be red for much longer, is it? Look at that maneuverability. Whoa, look at all that maneuverability. So much articulation and posability, baby. Fast grades, man, next level, truly. They're pretty janky, but that is the charm, I feel. Having something chill and easy, but kind of awkward and tricky at the same time, but not very complex at the point to build and enjoy. You know, just Bob Ross over a bit. That's what this basically is. This sort of Gundam. Oh wow, were they meant to go in a specific way round, and did I mess that up? I think I did. Because that does not want to fit. But this is going to give us extra articulation and posability now, baby. See, it was all part of my cunning plan. Everything is going exactly according to plan with this, as it always does when building a fucking fast grade. Every single one of them has been so goddamn easy to build. I could really see why they took off when they were like this. Nah, I'm messing. They're fucking great. I'm the doofus that is trying to do this in a rush and still dicking around. Whoa. Oh, I see. So if I'd made one of these bits actually like silver, I think that'd be quite cool looking, but because of my laziness, they're not going to be as cool looking as they could be. Yeah. Oh, get off me, moth! Fuck off. Jesus Christ. Ugh. Moths. Moths are the enemy. Forever and always, I'm afraid. Fucking mothsy. Gosh, I hope they're in the right place. Missed, certainly not. Nope, they are cool. And then, like, that janky ass bit. Hey, this bit. Cool. So they go in like that. That. And then he goes in like that. And that. And then beyond thought. That's piece 13 and 12, which goes on the left. Oh, I can't tell the fucking difference, can I? Ugh. It's like, oh yeah, and you can't just pop the hands in. Got to make sure we get those hands off first, boys. Because these are fully posed and slightly articulated hands, yes, but they spin basically. These sorts of hands spin, and not a lot else. But my gosh, they can spin, which is pretty damn cool. Well, this one looks like it pops in and out actually. Madness. Madness. Oh, look at how bloody thick that plastic was there. Crazy. Crazy times. I wonder if the acetone's getting me high. I hope not. Just put that on that. Is acetone solvent? I don't know. No idea. Hope not. So cool. So cool. Ha 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 ha. Spinny hand. And so then this one, I guess we get a pop in and out hand because there must be another hand. Too cool. Oh yeah, there is for the gun. Oh, itchy eye, itchy eye. Right. And that goes. Ha ha ha. Decent spinny arm of spinning hand of death. Right, next step. Ooh. Okay, so then we have these cool bits, so they must be the shoulders. Or upper arm or something. Upper arm, I guess. Nah, shoulders. And those numbers are 19 and 18. Good maths beat. Whoa. They go with the removable hand, which is that one. I think. Oh my gosh, it's not that removable. Was it that hand? Yeah, it was that hand, that's why. Okay, goes to that one. Let's not make that mistake. And then we need that guy, and a number 5, and a number 24, 26, 25, 24. Look at that, they actually designed something well for once. Except I just put those with the wrong damn one. Okay, switch. I think those are the right way around. No, they're not. Okay, there we go. I think we're the right way around now. Those little bits, I'm always terrified they're just going to ping off into the abyss, never to be seen again. And then the 5. So, what have we got? Goes like that guy's there, and then that guy's there. Oh yes, it's his shoulder, because that's his like just elbow and arm. That's so great. And then this, I guess, is like the shoulder pivot and collarbone and everything all in one. Just like in real life, don't you know? Oh yeah, that goes on all the way. And then this little guy slides on that way. This is painfully small and complex for something like this. I have never seen a part like this on one of these kits yet. This is the 4th first grade kit I've built. That's the weirdest part I have seen yet. That is so small and precise and annoying and fiddly. How ridiculous. I mean, what incredible, brilliant design. Perfect design. No arguments, no complaints. They did a wonderful job. That was satisfying. Cool, look at that. Crazy articulation. Nice. I'm not sure why I cut that bit off. I was not meant to cut that off. So again, that guy's there, that guy's there, and then that guy's there. He goes on there, and he goes on there. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, there we go. And then, nowhere near satisfying a click. Beautiful, beautiful. Don't lose those pieces. Okay, next we've got to build. Oh my gosh, just it's what? It's so much more complex. It's just do head. Okay, let's just do head. Not in that way. Don't be rude. No comments about that. Disgusting. Filth. Rat bags. Do I amuse myself too easily? Some say that. Many say that. Many. And then just plonk that in that hole there. It says that hole that like never existed ever. So I guess they always want you to use glue with these kits after all. Interesting. Right. Back to the acetone then. Oh, this is like pretty much all gone hard now. Crazy. My acetone slurry is dried up. Well, add a bit more acetone. Just like that's how to do it. Make sure the bond's in the right place. There we go. Dip it in there, you know. Just give it a bit of a dip. We'll just give these boys a bit of a dip as well. Easy peasy. Moon squeezy. Bless you. Yes, loungers, my other building companion is here now as well. She's trying her hardest to be quiet, but she's terrible at it. So rude, eh? So rude. Don't know what we'll do with the likes of her, honestly. Promise you she's laughing right now, not just crying. Okay, I mean, that's definitely not going to work as a method of sticking those on right now, so we'll just abandon that for the moment. Because boring. Oh my gosh, I've almost run out of time to film. Too much dilly-dally. Can I build the rest of this in under a minute? Probably not, but just in case I can. Thank you so much for watching this, loungers. It's been a ride. I've mostly said everything that needs to be said about comments and subscribing and links in the description and all that stuff. And I don't know. Oh. No, I'm panicking. I can't do it. There's no way I'm going to finish this in time. Failed my mission. Shameful. Utterly disgraceful and shameful. Okay, no way we're letting this party end yet because the jank is too strong with this one. These two pieces are for the hips, yeah, but not in the way you'd think. So first I've got to join them with this pathetically small piece here that I'm not even going to bother trying to get the camera to focus on. And then, like, that. Oh, okay, maybe this isn't quite as terrible as I thought it is. It's still pretty terrible, but... oh, this is pretty awful, yeah, wow. I love it. I love the awful jank. This is so ridiculous. Ooh, God almighty. Bloody get in there. Okay, see, they got to be right in. No, wrong way around, idiots. There you go. Dorky weirdo. What? This is so confusing. God, some people are so noisy. How does this make any sense? This makes no sense. What? That looks ridiculous. What? How are the arms gonna get in there? They just shove in there, do they? Okay. Oh, this is so annoying. Ah! Yep, still struggling with this. Go on then, you janky monstrosity. Come on, boy. Come on. Just, it's just click, fit, snap, whatever they're called. Come on. Is this because of that acetone on your neck? No, I don't think so. This is just because none of these pieces ever fit properly. Just have to be... What the fuck? Mate, you're so annoying. Oh, there we go. He's in. Okay, the head just does not have... It's just not meant to turn much. Okay. What? It was so hard to put together and then it just pops apart. Of course. As you do. As you do. It's then like piece. I didn't even notice this one before. Where is it? It's gone piece 50 on the side there, just glued onto the side. Oh, I'm not going to bother with that now, am I? It's piece 50. I got up to piece 49. I can see up to piece 49. I don't see a piece 50 on any of these. Oh, there's piece 50. No, I'll lie. I'll tell a lie. This tiny thing. Why is piece 50 on the other rail next to piece 26 and 27? God almighty, Japan. That's not how numbers work. Alright, so we'll just shove that in there and stop like cough sneezing, you weirdo. It's not a cough, it's not a sneeze. What are you? And then I guess we're meant to just glue that one in as well, because that's not just going to stay in place by itself ever. Oh my God. These kits are so much fun. I'm really definitely still enjoying this at this point in time. I am. Every moment is a blast and a laugh. Right. Let's just see what there is left to do. Got Gunny, pretty sweet Gunny. Gunny that I may just end up like nicking and doing some work to for other kits, because that could be pretty cool for some kit bashers. This pretty sweet Gunny, really. I think that's actually for the right arm. Yeah, it is. Been thinking about the arms the long way around this whole time. Ooh. I mean, there's no way they're just going to stay in there by themselves, ever, right? Unless it's like, no, that just makes no sense. Okay, what else? Oh, he's got his big gunnies still to do, the shoulder cannons, of course. It's like the main thing about this kit, really, surely. Should have really made these silver, big old shoulder cannons. Like, I feel these are going to be some supreme jank. Oi, get out of there. Oh my gosh. Yeah, definitely do want some glue for these older kits. Or cement. Plastic cement. Oh, that's pretty cool. So those then. Oh my gosh. Just comfortably fit in. You know, just comfortably, just easily go in. There you go. Oh, there we go. That is badass. Okay. Next pair of those. Love it. Too cool. Anyone that is still here, like, what, an hour or something into this video, I respect your dedication. You must have been pretty bored. Heck, maybe put this on to sleep too. That I could actually understand, because it's just chill, gentle. I didn't actually go into this planning on making ASMR. I know it was a joke at the start, but I think this has actually turned into genuine, honest to God, down to earth, like building Gunpla and chill ASMR, sort of, with the occasional freak out and rant and some coughing and sneezing in the background every now and then. It's exactly what I think of when I think chill. Isn't it what you think of? Crazy, man. So again, I think these are just meant to just stick there. Just meant to just stick them on there. Like that. Oh, there's more stuff for Gunny. I see. Sight, of course. That's pretty cool. But again, just needs to be glued on. Glued on where? Or glued on in that? Oh, or does it slot in? No, it definitely still needs to be glued in. But yo, that's pretty cool. It's crazy how similar that looks to just one of the current day gunnies, really. And then those things go on the bottoms. Those should also be a nice silver, I guess. And I think that's everything in the kit. Is that everything off the runners? That might be everything off the runners. Oh, except for piece 50, which I just hate so much. But I'm still going to cut them off the runners, but for another kit. I feel like a lot of this kit is going to end up being kit bashed. And for $2.95, that's basically some of the cheapest PLA plating ever, so no complaints. Oh yeah, that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. Just like finish those off as nice little end caps. Yeah, that would look pretty cool. Those guys are really sweet and definitely going to be used for something. Yeah. Prob's going to leave it there. This has been a fun little fuck around, play around. Prop glue these arms in, glue it all up, and give it to my nephew. And keep some of the pieces for a bit of the old kit bashing. Because currently it's now like 3 in the morning and this guy is just, I'm not going to finish this now, am I? Let's be realistic. That was fun. Peace.